Hello friends, welcome back to another video. This is second chapter of class 8 geography. So friends, this is we are talking about resources in last chapter, and in this chapter we will talk about the resources like land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife resources. All these are comes in the category for natural resources. So here is a story of Tanzania, Africa. So Mamba and Peter stay in two different parts of the world and lead very different lives. This difference is because of the differences in the quality of land, soil, water, natural vegetation, animal, and the usage of technology. The availability of such resources is the main resource region places differ from each other. The ability of such resources is the main reason places differ from each other. So people are located at different places, have different kinds of resources. First resource we will talk in this chapter is all these resources are natural. First is land. Land is among the most important natural resources. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the Earth's surface. Means 70%, about 71% is water. And all parts of this small percentage are not habitable. Yes, there are so many mountains, and some terrains are very hot deserts. So some percentage of this are not habitable. The uneven distribution of population, means not same population in different part of world is mainly due to the varied characteristics of land and climate. Different lands and different climate is a main reason for distribution of population is different at different places. The rugged topography, steep slopes of the mountains, low-lying areas susceptible to water losing, desert areas, thick forest areas are normally sparsely populated or uninhabited. Plain and river valley offer suitable land for agriculture. Hence, these are the densely populated areas of the world. So, places of the rain and nearby to river or river valleys are densely populated area. Land use. Land is used for different purposes such as the agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, road, and setting up of industries. This is commonly termed as the land use. All in these things are land is being used, so it is called as land use. You can start off the different ways in which the Mambas and Peter family use their land. The use of land determined by physical factors such as topography, soil, climate, minerals, and availability of water. Human factors such as population and technology are also important determinants of land use pattern. So human factors such as population and technology are also important determinant of land use patterns. Land can also be classified on the basis of ownership as private land or community land. Private land is owned by individuals, whereas community land is owned by the community for common uses like collection of fodder, fruits, nut, or medicinal herbs. These community land are also called as common property resources. So some land is like our home, or some fields are private, or some land is not private. This is community land or common property resources. People and their demands are ever growing. People and their demands are continuously growing, but the ability of land is limited. It is fixed. The quality of land also differs from place to place. People started encroaching the common land to build up the commercial areas, housing complexes in the urban areas, and to expand the agricultural land in the rural areas. Today, the vast change in the land use pattern also reflects the cultural change in our society. Land degradation, landslide, soil erosion, desertification are the major threat to the environment because of the expansion of agriculture and construction activity. Conservation of land sources. So we have talked about how we use land. So how we can conserve this land. Growing population and their growing demand has led to large-scale destruction of forest cover and arable land, and has created fear of losing these natural resources. So forests are continuously being cutted, and destruction Therefore, the present rate of degradation of land must be checked. Should be stopped. Afforestation, land reclamation, regulated use of chemical pesticide and fertilizer, and checks on overgrazing are some of the common methods used to conserve land resources. So, replanting is replanting and using of less chemical pesticide or fertilizer can be are some of the methods to conserve land resources. Soil. Soil. What is soil? The thin layer of the grainy substance covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It is closely linked to the land. Landforms determine the type of soil. Soil is made up of organic matter, minerals, and withered rock found on the earth. This happens through the process of withering. The right mix of mineral and organic matter use the soil fertile. So the types of soil is mainly dependent on the where it is situated. Either it is on mainly depend on the landform. If it is situated at some rock places, the types of soil is different from the soil of the river basin. Here is some what is landslide. Landslide are simply defined as the mass movement of rocks, debris, or earth down a slope. They often take place in the conjunction with the earthquake, flood, and volcanoes. A prolonged spell of rainfall can cause heavy landslide that can block the flow of river for quite some time. The formation of river block can cause havoc to the settlement downstream on its western. In the hilly terrain, landslide even have been major and widely spread natural disaster that often strike life and property and occupy a position of major concern. So here we talk about the soil. So it is a soil profile. Top soil is here is some crop and or grass. Top soil is with humus and vegetation. Under this is a subsoil with the sand, silt and clay, and under this withered rock material, and below this is parent rock. Factor of soil formation. The major factor of soil formation are the nature of the parent rock and the climate factor. Other factors are the topography, role of organic material, and time taken for the composition of soil formation. All these differ from place to place. So factors are here are factors like parent rock determine the color, texture and chemical properties, mineral and content, and permeability of a soil. So what are the most important factors are? First of all is permanent rock. When parent rock wither, then after chemical reactions and composition, it determines the color and chemical properties of mineral and content. All these are depend on the parent rock. Second is climate. Climate is very important. If there is so much rain or it is hot and or it is rainy, what? So temperature, rainfall influence rate of withering and humus formation. Third one is time. Time determines thickness of soil profile and flora, fauna and microorganisms. Those small microorganisms affect the rate of humus formation. And relief. Altitude and slope determine the accumulation of soil. Either it is slope or it is slanting in the position of what in the it is area. So all these are the factors affecting the soil formation. Degradation of the soil and conservation measures. Soil erosion and depletion are the major threat to soil as a resource. Both human and natural factors can lead to degradation of soil. Factors which lead to soil degradation are deforestation. So what leads to soil degradation is deforestation, that is means cutting of forest. Overgrazing means cattle grazing so much or in exploiting it so much. Overuse of chemical fertilizers, using of fertilizer and overdose. and rainwash, landslide, etc. All these are some measures. So how we can conserve it? Some of the methods of soil conservation are: mulching the bare ground between plant is covered with a layer of the organic matter like straw. It helps to retain soil moisture. And second is counter barrier. Stone, grass, soil are used to build a barrier along the counters. Fences are made in front of the barrier to collect water. Rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gully and further loess soil erosion. Terrace farming. Broad flat step or terrace are made on the step slope so that the flat surface are available to grow crop. They reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. Intercropping. Different crops are grown underneath row and are sown at different times to protect the soil from rainwater. Contour plowing. Plowing parallel to the contours of a soil to form a natural barrier for water to flow down the slab and shelter wells. In the coastal and dry regions, row of trees are planted to check the wind movement to protect soil cover. So these are some conservation measures we can use. So we talk about soil. Now we will talk about the second important natural resource, that is water. Water is very important and vital renewable natural resource. 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with the water. It is therefore appropriately called the water planet. It was in the primitive ocean that life began almost 3.5 billion years back. Even today, the ocean covered 2/3 of the earth's surface and support a rich variety of plant and animal life. The ocean water is however saline and not fit for human consumption. Fresh water accounts for only about 2.7%. Nearly 70% of this occur as ice sheets and glaciers in Antarctica, Greenland, and mountain regions. Due to their location, they are inaccessible. Only 1% of fresh water is available and fit for human use. It is found as groundwater, as surface water in rivers and lakes, and as a water vapor in the atmosphere. Fresh water is therefore the most precious substance on earth. Water can neither be added nor subtracted from the earth. Its total volume remains constant. Its abundance only seems to vary because it is in constant motion, cycling through the ocean, the air, the land, and back again. So that's also called as water cycle. Though the process of evaporation, precipitation, and runoff, this is, as you already know, this is referred as water cycle. Humans use huge amounts of water, not only for drinking, but also in the process of production. Water for agriculture, industry, generating electricity through reservoir of the dams or other uses. Increasing population, rising demand for food and cash crop, increasing urbanization and rising standard of living are the major factors leading to the shortage in supply of fresh water, either due to drying up the water sources or water pollution. Problem of water availability. There is a scarcity of water in many regions of the world. Most of the Africa, West Asia, South Asia, part of Western USA, Northwest Mexico. So these are some parts. These are important, like most of Africa, West Asia, Western Asia, there Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, this area. South Asia, parts of Western USA, Northwest Mexico, parts of South America, and entire Africa are facing shortage in fresh water supply. Country located in climatic zone must susceptible to drought face great problem of water scarcity. Thus, water shortage may be consequences of variation in seasonal or annual precipitation, or the scarcity is caused by over exploitation and contamination of water sources. Conservation of water resources. Access to clean and adequate water sources is the major problem facing the world today. Steps have been taken to conserve this dwindling resource. Even though water is renewable resource, its overuse and pollution make it unfit for use. Discharge of untreated or partially treated sewage, agriculture, chemical and industrial effluents in water bodies are major contaminants. They pollute water with nitrates, metal and pesticides. Most of these chemicals are non-biodegradable and reach human bodies through water. Water pollution can be controlled by treating these effluents suitably before releasing them in water bodies. Forest and other vegetation cover slow the surface runoff and replenish underground water. Water harvesting is another method to save surface runoff. The canal used for irrigation fields should be properly lined to minimize losses by water seepage. Sprinklers effectively irrigate the area by checking water losses through seepage and evaporation. In dry regions with high rate of evaporation, drip or trickle irrigation is very useful. The valuable water resources can therefore be conserved by adopting these means of irrigations. Natural vegetations and wildlife. This is the third one. Some school children were visiting an exhibition in handicraft. So this is for some children's story. Natural vegetation. We know all that what is natural vegetation, and wildlife exists only in the narrow zone of the contact between the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. That is we call biosphere. So what is biosphere is the small contact zone of the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. In the biosphere, living we are interrelated and interdependent on each other for survival. This life supporting system is known as the ecosystem. Vegetations and wildlife are valuable resources. Plants provide us with the timber, give shelter to animals, produce oxygen we breathe, protect soil so essential for growing crops, act as shelter wells, help in shortage of underground water, give us storage of underground water, give us fruits, nuts, latex, turpentine, oil, gum, medicinal plants, and also the paper that is essential for our studies. There are innumerable use of plants that we can also add some more. Wildlife include animal, birds, insects as well as the aquatic life forms. They provide us milk, meat, hides and wool. Insects like bees provide us honey, help in pollination of flowers and have an important role to play as decomposer in the ecosystem. The birds feed on insects and act as decomposer as well. Vulture, due to ability to feed on dead livestock, is scavenger and considered as vital cleanser of environment. So animals, big or small, all are integral to maintain balance in the ecosystem. The vultures in the Indian subcontinent were dying of kidney failure shortly after scavenging livestock treated with diclofenac, a painkiller that is similar to aspirin or ibuprofen that we call brufen. So efforts are on the when the drug for the livestock use and breed vulture in the captivity. Distribution of natural vegetation. The growth of natural vegetation depends primarily on temperature and moisture. The major vegetation types of world are grouped as forest, grassland, scrub and tundra. So we already talked about the forest, grassland and scrubs. In area of heavy rainfall, huge trees may thrive. The forests are thus associated with area having abundant water supply. As the amount of moisture decreases, the size of trees and their density reduces. Short-stemmed trees and grasses grow in the regions of moderate rainfall, forming the grassland of the world. The ordinary shrubs and shrubs grow in the dry area of the low rainfall in desert. In such areas, plants have deep roots and live with thorny and waxy surface, reduce loss of moisture through transpiration. Tundra vegetation of the cold polar regions comprise of mosses and lichens. Today there are many more people in the world than there were 2 centuries back. To feed the growing numbers, a large area of forest have been cleared to grow crops. Forest cover all over the world is vanishing rapidly. There is an urgent need to conserve this valuable resource. Conserving of the natural vegetation and wildlife. How we can conserve this natural vegetations and the wildlife? Forests are our wealth. Plants give shelter to the animals, and together they live, maintain the ecosystem. So these are interdependent. Like changes of the climate and human interference can cause the loss of natural habitats for plants and animals. Many species have become vulnerable and endangered, and some are on the verge of extinction. Deforestation, soil erosion, constructional activities, forest fires, tsunami and landslide are some of the human and natural factors which accelerate the process of extinction of these resources. One of the major concerns is the poaching, which result in a sharp decline in the number of particular species. The animals are poached for collection and illegal trade of hides, skins, nails, teeth, horns, as well as the feathers. Some of these animals are tiger, lion, elephant, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhinoceros, snow leopard, ostrich and peacock. These can be conserved by increasing awareness. National park. So some of these are the animals. These are the parts every day for their skin and their teeth or etc. Animal park wildlife sanctuaries biosphere reserve are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Conservation of creeks, lakes and wetland is necessary to save the precious resource from the depletion. There is a balance in the environment if the relative number of the species is not disturbed. A human activity in several parts of the world have disturbed the natural habitats of the many species. Due to indiscriminate killing, several bird and animals have either become extinct or are on the verge of extinction. Awareness programs like social forestry and Van Mahotsav should be encouraged at the regional and community level. School children should be encouraged to bird watch and visit nature camps so that they appreciate the habitat of the varied species. What is natural park? A natural area designated to protect the ecological integrity of one or more ecosystem for the present and the future generation. Many countries have passed law against the trade as well as killing of birds and animals. In India, killing of lion, tiger, deer, great Indian bustard and peacock is illegal. An international convention sites cities or we can say sites has been established that the listed several species of animal and bird in which trade is prohibited. Conservation of plant and animal is an ethical duty of every citizen. Conservation of plant and animal is an ethical duty of every citizen. So what is city? City is the convention that is very important for our preparation. So guys, please remember this. The Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora is an international agreement between the government. It aims to ensure that international trade in specimens of wild animal and plant does not threaten their survival. Roughly 5,000 species of animal and 28,000 of plants are protected. Bears, dolphins, cacti, coral, orchids and alloys are some of examples. There is some MCQs. Which one of is following not a factor of soil formation? So it is not a following is not a factor of soil formation. So this soil texture is not a factor. This soil factor is depend upon the parent rocks. Which of the following method is most appropriate to check the soil erosion on steep slopes? That is shelter bed. So terrace cultivation used as a check to soil erosion. Which one of the following is not in favor of the conservation of nature? Conservation of nature. Which of the following is not in use? Dispose polywag after soaping. So this is not a correct answer. That is a correct answer, that it is not in favor of conservation of nature, disposing of polywags after soaping. So friends, this chapter is over, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any suggestion, please comment in the comment box. Thank you so much, and please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.